Lee, commiserations on a first defeat. Just tell us your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, certainly frustrated is probably my overriding emotion. We obviously started the game fantastically well with really good energy, lots of bright and really active in our play, but I think once we scored and the tide turned somewhat after their first goal, and we probably didn't regain our composure quick enough, and I thought that showed in the fact that the goals snowballed far too quickly for our liking as a group, and of course making as many as 3 errors in a first half and giving away goals as we did is really, really disappointing. We of course responded to that really well, which we understand and we know that this group can do, but we really gave ourselves a mountain to climb in terms of 3 goals away from home. We know that's going to be tough. So yeah, frustration for sure. The group is frustrated, but an opportunity to go again next week and really learn from a tough and a painful one to take today.
Going against 10 men in the second half as well, people would have thought at that point the game might have been in our favour, but credit to Blackpool, the way they defended in numbers was admirable.
Yeah, we know that the context and the dynamic of a game will always change once we go down to 10 or they go down to 10 men, and the game you prepare for is all of a sudden in the rearview mirror, and you're presented with a different game and a different context. I thought structurally we were about right second half, and we were on position more often than not, but probably in terms of our risk taking and our decision making and actually some of the execution of pass detail and real threat and bravery in the final third, we didn't show enough of. So look, the group will grow stronger from that, no doubt, because in terms of a standard that needs to be set in some of our attacking bits, we know we can be better for sure. But yeah, look, when you go up against 10 men and they defend as diligently as they did, they put as many bodies as they did in the goal frame, and they are really galvanised behind the result and the position they're in, it's going to be tough, and we knew that.
Despite the start we had up until today, you've maintained that there's still a lot of work to do, and we're by no means the finished product. Is today an example of that, and gives you an example to give the group of the areas where we can improve?
I think so. But as I've talked about already, the group hasn't and won't get ahead of itself. I certainly didn't, and the group certainly won't. We are humble enough to know that we're in the early stages. We certainly don't hide behind any of that, that's for sure, because we've come together so well. We've managed to put on some fantastic performances and have some good results, but alongside all of that, we've seen some areas for improvement and some bits we want to be better at, and today highlighted that as well. So we don't get the result to go with the bits that we want to improve, as we have done so far, but again, we take it, we look to move on really quickly, and turn our eyes to a tough fixture on Tuesday night. So that's what we'll do, that's always our process, and we move quickly.
I thought one thing that was telling today was after full time, when the group went and addressed the away supporters, they were singing your name, they were clapping, they were cheering. There was obviously disappointment from them, but the fact that they were still showing their support, still getting behind the group, showed a level of togetherness and understanding that is really positive and hopefully beneficial for the year to come.
Yeah, I think, look, if you're in the stadium today, you've seen a group pushing and pushing and pushing some more. What we did lack was, as I said, some real quality in that final moment, some real detail in that final moment. But I don't think anyone would question the way the group really went after the game in the second half. Of course, we had domination, we had control, we had possession, but we didn't find the last bit. So the fact that the supporters were there for us, the fact that they can see and feel that is great. We know that. To show our appreciation is a given, absolutely. And we know that on Tuesday night they'll be behind us again and give us an opportunity to be buoyed and be ready to go and attack the next fixture.
Lee, thank you very much.
No problem, thank you.